It's Week 15 of the NFL. And we'll get a look at the Penguin, Jalen Waddle, your new single-season record holder and first 2,000-yard receiver in league history. It's the Chargers and the Titans. All that and more coming up next.
It was once just an idea until breaking ground in November of 2016, and now here it is in all its glory. Spectacular SoFi Stadium here in metropolitan Los Angeles. Today we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the Tennessee Titans and the Los Angeles Chargers. Hi, everybody. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, we take a look at this Charger club entering play here. It's late in the year. We all know it. We've seen the calendar for these guys. Their bodies could probably use a break, but they have to push on.
And they're really not as worried about that as maybe we think. They know they've got the entire offseason to rest. All they care about is the game in front of them and finishing strong.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Titans, they come in after a win last week, and it had been some time since we said that. That broke a 9-game skid.
So I'm not sure if that was happiness or relief in their locker room after the last game. Let's see if they can put a second win together.
Greg Zuerlein now. He'll handle the honors to get us started. And we are underway in Southern California. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
And he's had such a sensational season to this point, leading the NFL in passing yards. He's been helped out a lot by an outstanding set of receivers, and he's quick to give them credit. But I think even they would tell you that he's the guy that makes this offense go.
Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The numbers on the ground for McKinnon last week, and they just could not stop him defensively. Hit the 200-yard mark, went over that, but he didn't score one time.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy, isn't it? Because normally when you have that kind of performance, you hit on a couple of big, long runs, a 60-yarder, a 70-yarder. But for him, it was more like a 10 here, a 20 there. He spent the entire game just wearing down that defense.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter, already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that tuck rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward, incomplete pass. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on fourth down, and my goodness, incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. So here comes the Titans offense. They'll start with great field position. They're led out by the 9th-year starter out of Fresno State, Derek Carr.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-to-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal. Here's Carr. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Nick Bosa, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. And this will be a jet sweep. Here's Thomas with it. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. It'll definitely be a disappointment to come out of this starting position with just 3 points. They need to try to dial something up now, 3rd and 10. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. And He'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 of the 12. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a fourth down. Now it's the Rams' second all-time leading scorer kicking in a Dallas uniform, Greg Zuerlein. Zuerlein's kick is up and through, and the Titans hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. What we do know, Charles, they will be in the playoffs. They currently sit at pole position number 1, but nothing's set in stone right now. They still have to earn that top spot.
And it makes me reflect back to preseason when you and I do our tours of camps. The prevailing message in each and every one of them was what? Win the division.
Win the division.
Win the division. You know you're in the playoffs. It means something. It means a home game. It means a number of other things, but winning the division is paramount. You're right. They won't step off the gas here.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll look to pick it up with McKinnon. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They'll look to throw here on first down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Here now it's 2nd and 10, again for the 41. They'll drop to throw. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that is incomplete. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Handoff, it's McKinnon. The time is called. Looks like a member of the Titans in some discomfort out there. More from L.A. in a moment. An extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. Touchdown, Chargers! Jalen Waddle, 31 yards. And the Chargers are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
To try again after the sack, Carr. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and 1 coming up. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. On fourth down, Matt Araiza sent on to punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. More from L.A. in a moment.
Ready, set.
And the first play of the drive goes to McKinnon. Credit Zadarius Smith, able to get through and make that tackle for a loss. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Now keep in mind, they did have 3 interceptions last week. Couldn't quite come up with a first quarter pick that time.
But they had to like what they saw in terms of reacting when the ball is thrown. We had an expression when I played. It was called break on it. Every time the quarterback puts the ball in there, break on the football. Don't make a play. Accumulate those interceptions.
Defensive back. Those 3 interception games, they can be contagious, give you a little momentum.
They really can, and it doesn't matter whether it's one person or if you spread them across your entire defense. Everybody wants a piece of that pie.
Got a man, it's Waddle, complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And Lewis has it, the tight end. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Ready.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Come on, set.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Now a give, this is McKinnon. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Jerick McKinnon becoming just the 2nd player with 30 touchdowns in a single year. And they're able to add on to their advantage. So, partner, it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took them home.
And they trust their offensive line as well, because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
Tucker with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So that one a long 11-play drive. And the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fields the squib kick right around the 30. And he'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up past the 40-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings them up 2nd and 10. They'll run right here with Jacobs. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. After one, a 14-3 ball game. Second quarter now, Titans in possession of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Carr going to throw. And that is incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Jalen Waddle, the speedster wide receiver, brings out this offense, making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defense. He's getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
Now McKinnon to start the drive. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 43 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. For a lot of people, MVP award means a quarterback award usually, but over 100 yards again last week. They're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think.
Yeah, it's not just the consistency. It's been some plays that we've seen where we talk about it for weeks thereafter. That's what we're getting out of him. Over 100 yards last week. Expects to continue that in this game, too.
The Chargers hit 12-1 now to start play. And I tell you, it has been a few months now since they've tasted defeat, and they are without question the hottest team in football.
And I'm really not sure who's going to beat them right now because, to me, they have to be the favorites to go all the way because they're not just beating teams, they're dominating them. It's been fun to watch them play, not just in their winning, but how they're getting it done.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. They'll set up to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. From the gun, they will run with McKinnon. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Open man is Thielen is complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Everything's going right here in this first half, and they've got a good lead. And part of that can be attributed to their success on 3rd downs. This is another conversion here, and they can look to really open things up now with this 1st and goal.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Back to throw. And this is caught. He's got a touchdown. Jalen Waddle with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. So 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and they're a PAT from going up 21-3.
And there's no doubt in my mind, you're liking what you're seeing so far, aren't you?
They're unbelievable. Like a well-oiled machine, if you will.
What's really tough, though, that defense, they're leaping the shadows at this point. They don't know which way to go. They're being hit in every direction, and they have no answers thus far.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position. Tennessee offense set to go again. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Carr to throw. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And picked up by the Chargers. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
You remember in preseason we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. And now a big play to start off this drive as the shot downfield is complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
And he's in for the score. And his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
You talk about certain guys just having a nose for the end zone. He's one of them, and he was not going to be denied there.
And defensively, especially in the red zone, you've got to be able to at least slow him down and hold on for dear life. But he's able to get out of a couple of tackles there, and not enough people got there in time. Pretty poor on the defensive side of the ball.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Kicks it on the ground with a squib, taken around the 28. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Here comes the offense again, and let's focus on Josh Jacobs for a moment. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try to loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Now that's how you start to get back in the good graces of your head coach. Remember, he fumbled on the last possession. How about the faith they showed him, giving him the ball again, and he repaid him, picking up a first down.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now we'll pause here for an injury, and it's Deebo Samuel. He's the man in question right now who will need some attention. More from L.A. in a moment. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And picked up by the Chargers. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Ready?
Now McKinnon. Oh, he bowls over him. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 103 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
Here we go. Here we go.
On first down, McKinnon again. Oh, fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Looking to throw. And this will be caught in the end zone for the Chargers touchdown. Jalen Waddle on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Chargers are able to add on to their first-half lead. Tucker with the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was finished off by a Jalen Waddle touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fields the squib kick right around the 30. And solid field position here to start as they get this out to the 40-yard line.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
So after the fumble recovery, it's Carr. His throw incomplete. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Carr. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Here comes Grant on the return. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And they will take over 1st and 10. Jerick McKinnon making his way back onto the field. He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent. The blocking's been terrific. And obviously his vision and legs have hurdled him to this big number so far. We could be seeing something really special here.
And we'll see how much they give him the ball here. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. They run it with McKinnon. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Here again is McKinnon. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. So after the run by McKinnon, here's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Touchdown! Sterling Shepard with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chargers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Boy, I mean, at this point, what more do we say here? I got nothing.
And you know, so many people talk all the time about having announcer-less games, and they want that. This could be a candidate for it, because if we stay here and do this, we're going to have a lot to fill in the second half.
There's still another half. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fields the squib kick right around the 30. The Titans offense going to get one final possession in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. To throw again on second down. Carr. Same target. It's Jacobs again. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And it's 3rd and 4 now. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and they will remain well behind. The long-distance shot before break comes up empty, but now Charles flipped the script. Time for likely one more play as field position becomes an issue.
Yeah, when you talk about field position, remember, if this kick is missed, the ball comes back to where? The spot that they snapped it from. So
he's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Sterling Shepard as time expires in the first half. And the Chargers will extend their lead on a final play and a half. And just before the half ends, the prayer is answered defensively. A disaster there.
I know often we're surprised when this actually works. I mean, the excitement level goes way up, but maybe we shouldn't be because I know as a defender, you've got to play the ball in this situation, but you can't interfere with the receiver because, remember, it's a spot foul, and it'll be 1st and goal if it happens in the end zone, and you don't want to give up that play. That little bit of hesitancy often works really well for offensive guys.
So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish, as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15. We'll start with the only 2 teams in the NFL in the Mountain Time Zone. Arizona paying a visit to Denver. And it's the Cardinals who have the lead as they play the second quarter. Josh Reynolds, over 100 yards receiving and a touchdown catch as well. From there, we head east to check on the Bills at home in Buffalo. And it was the visiting Dolphins who were able to get the victory. Jimmy Garoppolo leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. Finally, let's get down to Houston. Check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And they were losers in that game as they fall to the visiting Kansas City Chiefs. Aaron Rodgers, 5 touchdown passes, leading his guys to the victory. Continuing on, here's a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Titans. And they will need to get this passing game in gear because they did not do much of anything in that first half. And it's why the scoreline is what it is. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, they were much more successful throwing the football than their counterparts. As you can see, the
back for quarter number 3. The Titans going to get the ball to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Tennessee offense making their way out onto the field as you take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. On play action, now Carr. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Aaron Donald in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. He is proving his worth defensively. Getting the sack here, that comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC Defensive Player of the Week. Continuing to play it now.
Under pressure, they got him again. Nick Bosa picks up his second sack of the afternoon. A tough spot here as they approach the line of scrimmage. A long way to go to try to pick up this first down. On 3rd and long, it's Carr. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Jalen Waddle, the speedster wide receiver, brings out this offense. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him? Bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade is going to happen, but good thought.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Grant. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. Going for it with McKinnon. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. More from L.A. in a moment. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Carr going to give it to, and he loses the football a second time. But it looked like the Titans were able to recover, and indeed they will keep possession of the ball.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he'll be close to a 1st down at the Chargers' 23. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Carr defers to Jacobs on the draw. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Devin McCourty brings him down. Defense simply not fooled by the draw there.
Well, they were thinking run to begin with, and what they tell their defensive linemen is play the run on your way to the quarterback. If someone shows, go get him, and that's exactly what they did.
Here's a throw out line complete to his running back right side. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. And this is going to be incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
Jalen Waddle, the speedster wide receiver, brings out this offense. And I think we both agreed he could have a really good game with this matchup, but over 200 yards now.
I don't think we saw it as that good. And I think what really makes it special is when games like this are occurring, it's not just getting locked in and in the zone and on a roll. It's continuing to adjust throughout the game because you know the defense is kicking coverages towards him, trying their best to slow him down, and he keeps getting the better of them.
Yeah, whatever they've done, it hasn't worked. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times, tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 138 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Third and short, McKinnon shreds him with a stiff arm, and he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. They run once more with McKinnon. And he's got some space here. And he'll be dropped at the 36. It's a good gain of 18 on a play that originated back at the 18. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And here he's got Grant. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. And they're going to speed things up here. On first down now, run with McKinnon. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Holding offense.
So erase the red zone score. They'll have to dial that one up again.
And you know how difficult it is to strike in the red zone because things are a little bit more condensed. You got to go back to their play chart and see if they can dial up another one.
They'll look to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
They'll look to throw here. Forced out to his left. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. That is caught by Thielen. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a fourth down. Back to throw again. A little juke, and it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The fourth down play doesn't work for the Chargers, and as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs, and he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I'm not sure how much I really love that call. It almost seems like a little bit of a give up there. But maybe what they were thinking is, we've got a chance to pop one.
Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. Going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford anymore at this point. And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as well, and they free kick it from the 20 now. And here comes Westbrook. The Charger drive about to get going. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board, so let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Second down, McKinnon. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The fourth down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Looking left sideline, incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. Going for the deep ball. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. As this one moves towards its conclusion, another incomplete pass there. Thoughts on the secondary? Seem to be pretty effective in this one.
Yeah, I thought that they've been absolutely outstanding. I mean,
they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up a lot. Taking it right down Broadway. The 30. 10. 5.
I think that was great effort and great execution all the way around. They blocked the kick, and then they formed the line to make sure they can return it and no penalties. What a great job.
Yeah, almost took it in for 6, and now they're in excellent position, 1st and goal. They'll try with McKinnon, and he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his.
Well, Charles, they had the comfortable lead, and now it's even more comfortable. Another score here in the 4th quarter to grow that lead.
But I think your initial reaction is surprise when you see a team piling it on this late in the blowout. But there are plenty of coaches who also think that if you pull up completely and stop trying to play the game, it shows disrespect to their opponent. So they don't want to embarrass them. They continue to let their players go for it.
Kicks it on the ground with a squib, taken around the 28. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35.
Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
It's the former Patriot Devin McCourty.
And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout. But you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
Straight ahead they go with McKinnon. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. He'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You'd have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Aaron Donald able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. On now is the Titans punter as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And they'll get to this and touch it. Looks like, yeah, right at the 15-yard line here. Jalen Waddle, the speedster wide receiver, brings out this offense. So far, he has the trio of touchdowns. Obviously, it's been a pretty good game for him.
So if this were hockey, they'd be throwing their hats out on the ice for the hat trick, right? I'm not sure exactly what you do in the NFL except applaud and continue to hope you see a little bit more of this. What a tremendous game.
You want to start a new tradition? What can we throw on the field?
I don't know.
Throw your mic out there.
A lot of fans would like that. Cut his mic off.
3 touchdowns so far. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
They're going option play on 3rd down.
And he's going to be a yard short. Needed 4, but got 3. They're going to run. It's McKinnon. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now a give. This is McKinnon. Boy, 196 yards for him on the ground now and 3 touchdowns to go along with it. From the gun, they will run with McKinnon. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, and got to be happy to see it executed and being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
It's a gain of 11 and a 1st down L.A. Handoff, it's McKinnon. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Here's McKinnon. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. Out to the right, here's McKinnon. A solid stiff arm.
And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22.
14 yards is the pickup there and a Charger 1st down.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10.
Use it, and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So an electrifying run there as he calls his own number and takes it all the way.
Brings a new dynamic to this offense, doesn't he? And right now I'm picturing the offensive coordinator, the head coach in their minds, drawing up some more running plays for this guy because he brings some excitement to this offense.
And just a young rookie, a lot of electricity yet to come in this career. Now Tucker to add the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And a pretty good run there in the end to top it off. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Kicks it on the ground with a squib, taken around the 28. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position. The Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field.
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Nick Bosa getting him once again, his third sack of the afternoon.
Partner, my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front seven today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6.
And pressure coming, and they got it once again. Nick Bosa in there again as he's able to pick up sacks on both first and second down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
47-yard punt, a return of 4. And control of the football, switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The Charger drive about to get going.
And they'll begin by running the option.
Runs over a second time.
Today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So, for the Chargers, they continue to make their case as a Super Bowl favorite as they move to 13-1.